Yeah. Hold on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show. Let me get that music back up and running here on this beautiful Monday morning. God bless everybody on the live. My goodness. Can't have that sunlight in the studio. Shout out to everybody here. Let's break it down. Feeling good, feeling fresh. Let's take a look at what's happening here in the markets, shall we? With BTC. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. You got a tip jar there. If you want to throw a tip in the jar, let me know. Thank you so much for the donation there from Clint. $5 just came into the jar, and you can see the balls jumping around there in the jar. Thank you so much, Clint. That's greatly appreciated. You didn't have to give, but you did. And that's going to come back to you tenfold. Giver's gain here at this channel every single day. So Bitcoin, probably likely a flat day. You know, we have traditional markets are closed. It's Memorial Day weekend. Today is Memorial Day. A lot of people have the day off. We probably should have less viewership on YouTube. People should be out there getting ready to go to the beach, hanging out. It's a big day here in Florida. More people hang out than I've ever seen in my life. Like, everyone decides to go to the beach today. If they don't go to the beach any day of the year, they all go to the beach today. Like, I go to the beach regularly. There's no one around here and there, and then bang. Everybody it's crazy out there on Memorial Day weekend. So right now, right off the bat, just to show you, I see the 1 hour. Resistance, broke above it, chopped up, now makes a flag, 21-day moving average, low stochastic. Hey, I go for this over and over again. This suggests we're going to pump up to 111,600 for Bitcoin. So it suggests that we will make a nice little move here further to the upside. No guarantees, but that's what we see happening. And then, you know, a rejection probably when we get to like 111,685. And then what I would love to see is a bigger consolidation here, like so. We come up. We come down, we come up, we come down, we come up, and we get tighter and tighter before Bitcoin decides to make a bigger move. So I'm looking for this to create a tight channel for Bitcoin to break out of somewhere by Thursday or Friday at the latest. And hey, it could even happen earlier, but this would be great. 3 days of sideways price action, and we get a bit of a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. So I'm a little more bullish than bearish here on the day. I like what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour flag. And many a time, more times than not, I've seen a flag like this break up instead of breaking down. So right off the bat here, your Bitcoin update suggests that Bitcoin will break out on the 1 hour time frame today, hold support, and get somewhere back up to 111,777. There will then collapse, probably double top a little bit and start to consolidate. What will be cool is what it will do is if we do this and we double top, it'll put a bunch of shorts up here. Then we'll consolidate. The shorts will stay. They won't realize it's a bull pennant that is a 68 because they don't trade patterns and they think patterns are a joke. And then boom, right? We liquidate the short. So it's already kind of setting up for a possible idea here. Remember yesterday I said it suggests we're going to go up because we went down during high volume. So it just suggests we would go back up, when the Sunday morning volume came back in. It just because all the stop losses were waiting on the weekend. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? High volume, a lot of people were in the market. The market was going down, so there was more stops being created. Then we flattened out on the weekend when there was no volume. You consider when the volume came back, we would shred the stops. That's exactly what happened. I never thought that out loud before, but I thought it out loud on the stream yesterday. It makes a lot of sense, right? You see what I mean? The most volume is where the most stops are. And if you're going down while the volume's higher, Thursday, Friday, you would assume Monday, Sunday night, you would go and grab those stops because that's when the more volume comes back in. And then there's only place to go is up because that's where most people are. Makes sense. Again, I trade with a little bit of logic, but mostly with the charts. You don't want to start talking yourself out of a chart signal. Like you'll be above the 200 MA and you'll start telling yourself that everyone's going short. Worst thing you could be doing. So you can see clearly we do have liquidity further to the upside here for Bitcoin. And there's a lot of liquidity all the way up to 1110, right to where I'm looking at. There is a little bar down there though at about 10,008. 108,005 actually, 108,570. But again, not too strong. And I'm going to go with the TA on this one. And so I'm calling along. I'm calling for a move, although it could be completely wrong. Bitcoin could dump in 2 seconds. Also, what I've been seeing recently is these Adam and Eves. And then there's always seems to be a flag at the end on the side over here. I don't remember that. Usually Adam and Eve's but there's always seems to be a flag at the end of the Adam and Eve now. And remember, that's an Adam and Eve pattern too that has a measured move to the upside that already broke out. And that's taking you to the measured move, the same exact place, 11,560 for Bitcoin. So you got a coincidence here. That's confluence. Two things that are telling us the exact same story. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Shout out to everybody here on the live. If you want to jump on into the trading group where I gave updates yesterday morning to a long on the 1 hour time frame that ended up playing out. We made $500 yesterday on the stream and we banged on it to the upside. Go to cryptolifer.com. Cryptolifer.com. You can hit the subscribe button. It'll take you to this page where you could join today. A $99 monthly, $270 quarterly, or a $99.9 yearly membership. So that will bill quarterly, monthly, or annually. Jump on in today. I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, that's the long we're looking for. And we're going to delete all our work now and start fresh with the weekly. Okay, and I believe, I got a long open here on BitTinex. Just for, not a huge long, $800. We want to make 800. We're risking, about 245. Almost got me, but I got saved by the 200 MA. Chance that 1 minute, that 1 hour could play out and we get here. I was up nice on that pump. We came back down. Again, I'm just going 2 for 800. It's not a huge trade. Nothing too crazy, but it'd be nice. We'd make $800 on the win on the day, right? On BitTinex. So MEXC, baby, MEXC, least amount of fees. Look, even MEXC, they had 0 fees going on ETH. That's not anymore, but 0 fees on SWI now. So always 0 SWIs on MOODENG. Funny, I liked MOODENG. It was in this tight channel when I saw it recently. I traded MOODENG once. I don't like to trade altcoins on perpetual. It's just not my thing. Never has, never will be. But that was the last time I traded MOODENG right there. We had a huge pump to the upside, pretty sweet. But MOODENG's making this flag here. You see? And it's looking like it's going to consolidate and eventually make a huge move out of this leg to the upside. I'm looking for MOODENG to go all the way to 60 cents. That's my target for MOODENG. I just want to see it bounce. Now, the greedy guy has to get in right here. I'd rather get in somewhere 27 when it bounces and stays more consolidative. But that's a nice move for MOODENG. I've been watching it closely. I definitely may hit it at the right time, but I'm waiting for that perfect time to nail MOODENG. All right, Saylor bought right after the Trump announced the EU tariff pushback to the July 9th. Strategy will announce amount of the market open tomorrow. I know they bought so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we had, wind that they were going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin today or tomorrow. And so there it is. Saylor scooping up the BTC like you read about. Man, you got to love it. Yeah, and then there's a big deal, too. People aren't realizing about emerging economies. Growth of Bitcoin and crypto in Latin America. Market over $442 billion by 2033. See, we're a global market, and more people are getting in. And so if you got in first, you got in first before the world. Like, you didn't just get into like an asset that someone's going to buy in America like crowdfunding or Uber. You got into something that the whole world is going to jump on into. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. So you should be excited for this stuff and the emerging technologies that are coming out of crypto around the world, right? Not just America. Remember that. That's why I love when you trade the stock market, New York stock market. Again, there's everyone in there in the world, but it's the New York stock market, American exchange. When you trade Bitcoin, you're trading with the entire world, right? That's why Binance was the best. That's why I got into cryptocurrency, because I was like, why would I trade just the New York stock market when I can trade with the world? You see what I'm saying? It just didn't make any sense to me. So I started trading immediately. Yeah, Hyperliquid just ripping. Unbelievable. So weekly, candle closing beautifully. Eating through that wick. We like to see it. Shows signs of life for Bitcoin. We could be in an uptrending flag here for BTC. I mean, we may continue to push. It looked unlikely by the 21, but you never know. We may continue to push. The 3-day looks beautiful to me. It's a little overbought, though, on the stochastics RSI. However, I've seen the stochastics reset while price action just moons. So what I want to see is an uptrending flag or just a good, a trending flag, like something like this. You can see our next leg is right there, wick to wick. Puts us at about $143,000. I keep getting somewhere between $139,000 and $143,000, depending on the flag that we're going to get. Yeah, and I'm overall more bullish than bearish on Bitcoin. I have bullish bias in general. I own Bitcoin, been buying Bitcoin for a long time. I've been in Bitcoin since I got emails about it. at $350. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got so lucky. I sold those emails to my trading group. I can't believe I got those emails. Like, how lucky was I? Funny, I put something, someone put a tweet out the other day. I was so lucky, and he talked about all the things he did. Like, I went through 80% drawdowns. I bought all the time when everyone called me crazy. So lucky, you know. It's all right. But the 3-day chart looks beautiful with that bullish engulfing pump there today, kind of leveling it off. And look, support, resistance. That's now support. 106,000 is support now for Bitcoin. Not 100K, 106,000. So it almost suggests like you could long now with a long below 106 and just see where it goes. I'm looking for this daily to kind of consolidate in some way, shape, or form here. Looks like this candle would pump up to the top of the channel like we showed you on the 1 hour. Hit the top, then we'd have maybe 2 days of downtrend, back up, and we'd get tight. This could create a bull pennant that just has a nice move here to the upside, $120,000 BTC. So I'm looking for 3 to 4 days of sideways price action for Bitcoin. Maybe even 6 days at the most, but 3 to 6 days, and then boom. An explosive move for BTC when the 21 touches, the stochastics get ready, and it's raw. It's ready to rock. I love it. So, again, someone would say, but there's bearish div. I'd say, well, that was the bearish div right there. And we had the dump to support. Bearish div is only as strong as support and resistance. And you bounced off support, so there's strong support at 106. It was clearly shown by the last 2 days of the bounce, and then here we are with this morning move. So, Bitcoin looking good at 109,005. Only about, it's $2,500 away from the all-time high, $112,000 BTC. So let's move on now into the 8-hour, which looked beautiful with the curve to the upside. The 4-hour, which is a little overbought, suggesting we do go sideways here. And then to that 1-hour flag. Now remember, there's no guarantees we're going to break out of this 1-hour flag. I'm going to be taking the family out on Memorial Day. Today we're all going boating with friends. So, I'm going to be taking most of the afternoon off like a Sunday. I'm going to treat today like a Sunday. I will have my iPad with me. I will be searching. And I'll take a half an hour here, 20 minutes here to go over the charts. I'll give you guys Bitcoin updates. That's what I do. All right. But for the most part, I will be, I will be MIA for the day. You got to hang out with your family on Memorial Day. There's got to be days you take days off from the charts. Even me. So, look, that kind of looks like we could be topping up. But, Sam, you just said it was a flag and a breakout. I honestly, my subconscious mind can change in seconds when I see, had this stayed green and we were in a more lateral flag, it's going to pump. It looks like it's going to roll over. It could roll over. I'm just looking for this to touch. So, scenarios here that we could break out the flag and get to this top resistance. But this could be the top of the channel. We could come down too. I'm in a long to see what happens, but that's it. I'm willing to get stopped out. So you got to be able to say, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm willing to take a shot. So our two scenarios are today that we bounce further down back to the 200 MA, but we bounce off it yesterday. Yesterday, the bounce off the 200 was key. That's why I use the 200 MA so much. You see how we bounce right off the 200, a double bottom off the 200 MA. That's why I make my longs. Longing near the 200 is usually discount. Longing when you're far away from that, you're longing premium. When the moving averages are tight, you're in the discount. When the moving averages are far away, you're in the premium. Don't you understand? That's exactly what I'm doing when I'm buying when the moving averages are tight. It's also the beginning of a change in trend. When the 21 crosses the 200, that's a change in trend. That's why I use the 21 cross. See, I'm teaching you guys trend analysis, and you don't even need to know it. You just need to know your moving averages. That's all. You see what I'm saying? Man, what a beautiful day it is to be alive here. 10:30. Man, 10:30. I do believe base is going to get big. And, Brendan Armstrong ain't going anywhere. Base outlines high-performance vision with pragmatic, decentralized roadmap. The Base Network chief, Jesse Pollock, has detailed an ambitious technical framework prioritizing performance metrics while embracing a measured approach to decentralized challenges. I just, I could read this article and get into it with you, but, Base is poised with the backing of Coinbase and an understanding of the inner workings of cryptocurrency and actually have been in the game for a long time. 2015, I think I opened up my Coinbase in 2016. So, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce here to the upside. So that's where we stand, everyone. I don't know what's going to happen. No trader does. If he did tell you, they know for a fact that they don't know what's happening. They have parameters, ideas, tips, tricks, and tools that they use throughout the last few years or 10 years, 20 years, depending how long the trader's traded. I've been trading, I started trading when I was in my, 20, 21 years old. I bought a stock, didn't know what I was doing, but decided I was going to somehow become wealthy, right? I was going to push myself. I was going to invest. I researched all these people that did it in the 1700s, 1800s, mercantile, guys who did silk, spice. They sat at the ports, middlemaning. The traders, man, and, Jesse Livermore's of our time made $100 million in the 1930s and 40s. I said, if they can do it back then I have all the I have all this technology around me, I could surely do it. You see what I'm saying? Guys, we all have an edge on the past right now. We can open up our computers and start a business from our home. You couldn't do this in the past. You couldn't make the money I make from my house. This is insane. We are in a new age of digital renaissance where things can happen that you never thought. You can learn from a mentor you never met. I researched all these multimillionaires and billionaires and really successful people. Every single one of them has a mentor. And if you can't find someone in person, find someone online like you found me. Go to, summits, go to meetups, go to, pay for those business summits, hang out with people that also pay. I was at Token 2049. The price of the ticket was $1,200. And people were flying to Dubai, so people were paying $7-8 grand just to go there because there was business class, all this craziness, right? So, I mean, not to be rude, and I'm not trying to, say I'm better than anybody else, but when you were there, you were the higher class of person in the crypto space. You were someone that could definitely maybe have a few million to invest, someone that was looking to build the space. A lot of good connections, a lot of meat and potatoes there. Everyone was somebody with something to give. People didn't just show up there wafering. $100 ticket, see what could happen. People were, so there was heavy connections there. I like my trading group akin to that. It's $99 a month. It's not $12. It's not $25. I ran a $25 a month trading group. I'll tell you, the type of people that joined, it was great, but there was a lot of people that just weren't ambitious, wanted to make fart jokes. You know what I mean? It just wasn't the same. Now I have 55-year-old men that are, learning how to expand their retirement income, and just so many different people that are serious in the group. And because it's $99 a month, we don't have people that play games. It's a strong community. I think of making it $200 a month to make it real. But I like the fact that it's open for everybody. And so me and my wife have always said to not raise that 99, even when I could, and make it more profitable for myself. I won't be greedy. We spent most of our time online now since 2010, more than any other activity. Pros and cons. Yeah. You're a great mentor, sir. I hope to meet you someday. You will. If that's, you tell yourself you're going to meet me, and you will. Life will meet you halfway. It'll go exactly where you plan on going. So that's what I'm watching this to see if we can get the move. And they might even stomp out and pump. I don't know. It's now looking a little more likely like this is the top today, and we're going to slowly make our way back down. Nice flush out too. They got a lot of longs that they could go after, and there's less people in the market. So I'm leaving the market alone. I'm not trading it today. It's Memorial Day weekend, and if there's a huge pump and I miss it, it'll be one of the first times ever. It pumps up to 111, so be it. I guess I got a little scalp going, and remember, that's why I bought spot Bitcoin, and that's why I got the Minotaur trading bot going, so I can go out with my family and hang out and do my thing. And I know that the Minotaur trading system is going to take care of it for me. If you'd like to sign up to this bot, it's unbelievable. It'll blow your mind. It's a trading system. We don't even like to call it a bot, but it's really, really awesome. All right? And it'll blow your mind. So watch this video and schedule a call today. MinotaurTradingSystems.io, the Crypto Lifer. All right? We will all park our yachts in the Caribbean together in a few years' time, forming one giant crypto yacht party. Going to look back at all the trades and sip our beers in the sun, yeah. And I don't even drink. I'll be sipping lemon water in the sun. Hold on one second. Let me just see if I can get it. Can I get a cup of ice from anybody? Anybody? You think I was like in a basement here where nobody cares about me? Don't forget about the 72-year-old grandpa. I love the lifer and all he does for everyone in his trading group. And we got a grandpa. We got crypto grandpa out here, 72 years old. I mean, that's my dad's age. My dad was 76 when he died. Jennifer Moffitt, we love you. 50 is beautiful. 50, wonderful. So yeah, sign up. You know, this bot will trade for you all day long. It's amazing what it will do. All right. Yeah, just a glass of ice. Thank you so much. I'm so anal about that. Thank you, Sabrina. Michael Saylor's yacht will be in the middle. I know, right? Sam, what age did you become a millionaire? 37 years old is when I made my first $1 million. I am now 42. I've been a millionaire for about 5 years. It feels a bit surreal, to be honest. I mean, no, I think I was 38. 38 years old. 38. I was a late bloomer. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. I was 38 years old. I'd have to look back exactly. I hit like 800 grand when I was like 35, and then it went all the way back down to like 300. That was so close so many times to $1 million. And then, you know, it was crazy. My story has gone up and down. I can't wait to write it. It's been an insane ride, I'll tell you that. Shout out to everybody that's still here on Memorial Day weekend. You're the troopers. I show up every single day so I can see when the market's light and when it's heavy, because I'm always here. All right, I am the staple of the industry. I'm never gone. I'm always here. Okay, Sammy, heard of Bitcoin Pepe, new name. Oh, come on. No, I'm all set, though. Thank you. Yeah. Congrats, Sam. Must have been a lot of hard work. Are you kidding me? Every single day. You know what, though? It was a dream with God by my side. As things started to go the right way, it just felt like they were supposed to. Things just felt right for me. I can't explain that, but like, I worked so hard. Life was so hard. I barely got $500. Now, man, I soar into thousands. Money flies to my hand. It's insane. And I know you think I don't mean to brag, but it just, you know, I did money affirmations every night. I believe that I am the source of opportunity and that money is flowing to me. I create multiple streams of income. See, I used to say I'll never get there. That guy's a trust fund baby. I'm going to talk about the word trust fund baby in a second. What does that mean? You know, where did I get that? Where did that statement come from? I'm going to teach you something because it has a lot to do with how I got where I'm at today. And today's definitely a day for watching the market. You know, we got some indecision. The markets are closed, you know, so. Sam, how do you view investing on multiple coins? Well, you know, I got into Cardano at 2 cents and it went to $1. It did a 50x. Bitcoin did not do a 50x when it went from $3,000 to $20,000. It did a 7x, right? So there's no way I would have 50x my net worth. So I used all coins to gain more Bitcoin. And I still, to this day, you know, like to trade Bitcoin pairs. I still speculate in all coins. But, you know, this cycle, I'm also always been overly heavy in Bitcoin. And so this cycle really, really benefited me and my trading style because I'm a heavy Bitcoin. You see me, guys. I bought 10 grand worth of Bitcoin yesterday. I did. I bought 5 grand a couple days before. I'm constantly buying Bitcoin. Whenever Saylor buys Bitcoin, I buy 5 to 10 grand worth of it. Every time he buys, I'm like, I got to buy more. He makes me FOMO because I'm like, dang, man, the big boys are going to have so much, and I'm going to have just a little bit. They're going to be the giants, the behemoths. I'm still going to be a peon in this game. I'm going to be a big peon compared to the rest of the world, but compared to them, I'm going to be a nothing burger. So crazy, right? When you think of but you can't compare yourself to the Saylors. Like, Saylor is a billionaire, multi-billionaire at this point. Like, you know what he doesn't have, though? He doesn't have 3 beautiful daughters in a while. You know what I mean? So, like, everybody, it's not all about money. It's about the benefits and the experiences you have in this life. Like, the experience of a dad you can never buy. You know, you could buy a child, I guess. I don't even know. You know what I mean, though. You can't buy the experience of being a dad. As rich as you are, you'll never get that feeling that I get when my daughter tells me she loves me if you don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I would expect sideways price action today. I wouldn't be surprised if we just go sideways until tonight. And we find out what happens. I like this resistance as support here. So I wouldn't be surprised if just 5 hours of just, you know, all day long. Like, I come back tonight to check the charts and we're just over here somewhere. Just going sideways. All right. And shout out to Robert. If you're out there, man, I love you. I just want to tell you I love you, man. My man, Canelo, your cat, bro. I hope everything's going well, man. God bless you. Remember, dude, you're in charge of your reality at all times. Every single time. No one can hurt you if you don't let them. Remember that, man. Remember that. Every single thing, every time you feel pain, You're letting someone give you pain. That's what I learned in my life. You know, my dad would hurt me, and all my dad's hurting me. It was me letting my dad hurt me, you know? I had a boss that treated me horribly. Oh, these people all treat me garbage. You know what I mean? I could have seen that person wasn't the best person and removed myself from them, but I decided to choose to get abused, right? My whole life, I put myself in abusive situations and blamed others until I finally realized it was my fault. It was time to take charge. I did it over and over to myself. Over and over. It was horrible. You know, like I worked a night shift and then would complain, my life's so hard to work a night shift. It was my fault I worked a night shift. Like, hey, no one put me there. I put myself there. I didn't have to work a night shift. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course my boss treated me like crap. I was the night shift guy. You think they were going to give me respect? I was on the night shift. And I'm sitting there going to my wife, oh, why do they treat me so bad? Because you're the guy who decided to take the lowest job in the entire company. They got no respect for you. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, it's not right. Everyone should treat you with respect, but that's just not how the world works. Nobody cares about your tears. That's what I learned. Nobody. You get yours viciously, man. You got to do it, you know, for yourself. You do the right thing. You're a good person, but you got to do what you got to do to help, you know. Accountability is everything, 100%. Finally in the 99. Hope you like this song I sent you. Thank you, Kurt. God bless you. We do. It's awesome. I think all of us should be treated with love, compassion, and kindness because that promotes a positive life and gets the best of every person 100%. It's just sad that that's not how it works, you know. Who cares what other thinks? Night shift earns more. You reach the goals faster. Hey, I was able to trade during the day. Happy Memorial Day from the other side of the world to precise Turkey. Would you be so kind to check midterm opinion on Tao? Thank you, Sem Sarp Timor. We love you, man. It's strange how some people spend $1 million on a car, a party, or other meaningless things, while for others, earning $1 million in their entire lifetime is a dream. What's your take on that? My take on that is you can live whatever reality you decide to live in. If you decide that $1 million is really just like $100 to you, then eventually you'll have so many millions of dollars. But if you decide $1 million is so hard to get and it's so unachievable and it's just like, oh, then you only get $1 million your whole life. It's up to you. Once you realize the concept of the mind, then you realize that it was all in your mind anyway. And these conversations won't seem as heavy because you realize it was just the person blaming themselves. You're in charge of your reality. Your subconscious mind has been fragmented. And I'm going to get back to Trust Fund Baby because that's going to be basically the core of today's show is the word Trust Fund Baby. All right. And you're going to be like, what is he saying? I'm going to tell you in a second. All right. Exactly. $1 million is a dime. Exactly. $1 million isn't that much money. Start telling yourself $1 million isn't that much, and it won't be. You'll have millions of dollars in your life. Just, you know, you'll go through hundreds of them. It's just 1 million, dude. It's not that big of a deal. You got to start making money. You see people put money on a pedestal like it's this. Nah, you're the opportunity, man. So much money can come in out of your hands throughout your life. Money is nothing. It's just energy. Money is just money just follows energy. If you get your energy up, you're going to have millions of dollars. If you're working out every day, you believe it in yourself, you're staying disciplined, money is going to flow to you. It's going to flow to the people that give the most value to the market. Every day I give value to people. I build people up. I make them feel good. I teach them how to make money educationally through technical analysis, right? I give actual skills that can produce. You got to give value to the market. You don't get paid for your time. You get paid for the value you bring to the market. Gold's looking pretty nice. We're actually going to take a look at that. I actually got a place that you could. I have something to talk about today. Actually, pretty cool. Something that is going to be revealed. All right, which I'm excited to reveal here today on the channel. I can't wait to show you this, though. This is going to blow your mind. I'm very excited for this, though. I've been waiting a long time to do this, actually. A long, long time. Man, the revealing. It's going to be a big day. I can't even believe what I'm about to do. Bear with me. It's Memorial Day weekend. All right. But would you like to know? Would you like to see? Would you like... One more. We got to get going here. What did I do over here? So the idea behind your mental stability, right? If you believe that you're going to lose every trade, then you're likely going to get in your head and you're going to lose a lot of trades. But if you believe in yourself, you push yourself, and you start telling yourself, you know what? Little by little, I'm going to make it. It's not made overnight. I don't have to make all the money at once. I just have to gain a little more skill each day. If that's how you go about it, then you're going to gain a little more skill each day. Think about it. My channel was not built overnight. It wasn't one night, one day, 97,000 subscribers. It doesn't happen like that. It was day in and day out, one step at a time, one moment at a time, every day. Some days I was sick. Some days I didn't feel great. Some days it was up. Some days it was down. It wasn't perfect, but we persevered no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, we just kept pushing. We just kept pushing. So everybody, I'm announcing another exchange that I'm working with, and I'm going to tell you why. Every exchange I work with has a purpose. Bit2Next has the fast, beautiful interface. MEXC has 0 fees, and you can't beat it, right? Even though it's hard for other people. And Weeks has a beautiful security team and lower fees than Bit2Next. But I've always had this issue with trading the NASDAQ. I can't trade the NASDAQ, right? But now we can. On BTC, we can trade Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ. We can also trade Apple. We could trade Tesla. We could trade everything right here, right now, okay? We have a link to BTC up here today if you want to jump on in. We're also, they also run a competition for me every time, and you get more back if you trade higher volume. So check that out today if you want to learn more, all right? And this is awesome, all right? So you can now trade the NASDAQ, man. I love it. Their fees are pretty comparable to most. Their interface could be beefed up. We're talking to them about making it better. I want some percentages. I sat with them and said, I'd like these things tweaked. They said they would tweak them for me. So that's pretty cool too as well. But I just want to show you, you can trade the NASDAQ. So now you can watch Sammy trade the NASDAQ live. I'm going to start showing you how we trade the NASDAQ live. Heck, some days I'll trade the NASDAQ and Bitcoin at the same time. And I'll teach you how we make it happen. So now you can trade the NASDAQ with my links, giving back to the community, if you'd like, using BTCC Exchange. All right? Hit the link to the BTC Exchange, and there's the link right there if you want to jump on in. So the reason why I'm bringing this out is because you can trade the NASDAQ. Unbelievable. Finally, all right? And then there's no KYC, no VPN. It's smooth sailing. This is awesome. So if you like what you see here, this makes you excited, jump on in. This could be your NASDAQ trading exchange ready to rock. BTCC, all right? Back to Bitcoin. Mostly sideways for most of the day. Let's take a look at some of the altcoins that I'm looking at that are possibly getting busy today. But today's likely going to be pretty flat like a Sunday, all right? You can join in the USA, no problems. So sweet, so simple, so easy with BTCC. It's amazing. And from May 28th, 26th to June 8th, right? $30 futures bonus if you trade over 250K. A Beats Fits Pro, trade over $1 million. 5 million PlayStation 5. 20 million we could get a Tiffany bracelet. 30 million a MacBook Air, and the prizes just go up. If we get up to 200 million, someone's going to win a Tesla Model 3, guys. All right? And if we get to $1 billion in volume, someone can win a Lamborghini Urus. So, I mean, there is opportunity here if we trade enough. Yeah. He says, feel wrong without music. Is the music off? My God, I didn't know the music was off this whole time. I've had music on the whole time for myself, but not for you guys. What a weird day, man. I had the music on this whole time. So I've been vibing. You know what I mean? So sorry to have you guys listen to me without music. This show just wasn't the same. You think Bitcoin DeFi, Bitcoin DeFi could get pretty crazy. So just so you know, I'm not on a trade except for that scalp. I'm not stressing today. It looks like we may make a move all the way back down to the 200 MA here. We're going to test possibly 109, 100. So don't get too crazy. Don't go over trade today. Don't over trade today. All We had music, it was just quiet. Interesting. I'm confused now. Do I? Yeah. Yeah, the music goes on this link. Wait, I'm just... Yeah. You guys hear it now. Yeah. You know what it is? When I'm at my other travel studio, it just changes. Yeah. I've used BTC as an alternative exchange for a half a year. No issues. Now I'm switching over. So one of our loyal lifers have been using BTC for a long time. So he can, you know, longer than I've been using it. I played with it for about a month. I sat with them. I met with them over in Dubai. Good people too. Like, the guy was awesome, man. Shout out to Muck, man. We love you, brother. Muck and Eric. And I'll be hanging out with Eric in Vegas too as well. Yeah. The mic was picking up the headphones. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, there we go. That's probably the best place there. The music was fine the whole time. Thank you. Yeah, I had no idea. Again, sideways price action, but that doesn't mean we can't go over a bunch of cool concepts and ideas. See, one of my big ideas is I use the 200 MA. And you'll notice once the 1 hour breaks above the 2, so you'll be in bearish times. This is bearish times right here. The double bottom off 74,000, and you were below the 200 MA on the 1 hour. Look, you got above it, and bing, bing, a little bit below, but you can kind of see how we keep using the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame as our just a lovely trend. And as long as we stay above the 200 on the 1 hour, we are going to continue to go further to the upside. One can even make a giant trade here with like right now with a stop like lower here, and the idea that we're going to end up somewhere up here but not get stopped out. There's ways to trade, you know, where you don't have to be exact. You just kind of have a bigger, broader section and you let it fly. Like if I'm going out for the day, I do that. So if they're going to go up and down on smaller time frames, I don't get picked apart, right? You'll change your trading strategy depending on the different days and all the different things that have happened to you. You'll say, oh, I could avoid that by doing this one day. And then your subconscious mind will work on it if this is all you do, you know? We are here to listen to that sexy broadcaster voice, not Dance Party USA. Shout out to Newbie Crypto. We love you. Yeah. I like the chart. Sounds perfect in my car. Love that. On the go. Crypto Lifer on the go. And you can see way less people here today. Only 1,700 people. Usually we have like 2,500 people. That's just how it is. You know? When the music is too low, I start to hear the voices in my head. I know, right? Me too. So basically, wait for a bounce off the 200 MA. I'm gonna miss you, Jamie. I'll be honest. I wish you were in Vegas now that I hear your jokes. But we're gonna run the world, man. And you'll be at every event after this. I promise. We'll make sure of it. I'm actually more excited for Singapore than Vegas for some reason. It's gonna be legit. I love the 4 hour for swing trading. Me too. Yeah. Just one small positive thought in the morning could change your whole day. Sammy Priceless. I love that. I love that. Hey, I thought I did something that you would like. Sammy's the type of guy that takes a shower with the shower door open so he doesn't have to squeegee it. I did that this morning. You know, I keep the shower door open because why let it get all muggy? Then I have to squeegee it. I got this big open bathroom anyway. You know? Sam, do you accept PayPal in any way? I don't have credit card normally. Yeah, you can email us and we'll find a way to take PayPal. We got PayPal, yeah. We've done that many times. And even our appointee is set up through PayPal in a way. So if you pay for our tutoring, it goes through PayPal. Yeah. Hey, good night, man. Greetings from Bali, Indonesia, 2:30 p.m. here. Hey, God bless you, man. I wanted to sleep in, but you know, no days off. Hey, man, I never sleep in, brother. Sleeping in for me is 8:10. You know, I usually get up at 7. Sleeping in is 8:10 for me is that's a late morning for me. I stayed up, I didn't get out of bed till 8 in the morning. I don't got a choice, man. I run a 7-day-a-week business for the last 5 years. I'm up every single day, ready to rock. Yeah, Bad Bunny just gave you some advice there, Liam. Yeah. 4 a.m. wake up every day for me. 4 a.m. See, I can't do the 4 a.m. because sometimes I gotta trade until 12 at night, 11 at night, or I gotta do updates for the group. So my lifestyle does not permit that 4 a.m. wake up like the billionaire 4 a.m. wake up. Maybe one day when everything kind of settles off, but not right now. Not right now. So am I still in the trade? Did I get binged out? I'm still in there, baby. I'm still in there like swimwear. And look at that. The 5-minute 200 MA said no way. The 5-minute 200 MA said, you're not taking me out the game today. It just said no. It said, you want to dump me, but you know what? I'm just going to hug that 200. And I may even just get a pump. We may pump today. You never know, everyone. Bitcoin's funky. It's been known to be funky. If we pump, I got targets there at 111,300. See, I don't know what's going to happen. That doesn't mean I don't have a trade in case it happens. See, it's about winning most of the trades and having some risk out there every once in a while, so you can catch it if you catch it. That's all. And who cares what someone else did? It's about you and your portfolio. Yeah. Today I have no day job, so yeah, here we are with the lifers. I'm up at 3 a.m., set trades for the day, then work out and off to the full day of work until we get a pump. Amazing, Crypto Surfer. Up at 3 a.m. though. See, 3 a.m. to me is like you're so close to 12 o'clock at night. What, are you going to bed at 8? My kids go to bed at 9 p.m. I don't know how people go to bed at 8 p.m., wake up at 3. But again, it's not my lifestyle. You know, I go to bed between 1 and 7. I sleep 6 hours, 7 hours. 1 and 8, 1 and 7, 12 and 7. I'm in bed usually by 12:30, 1 o'clock. I gotta go around the house with my strap, make sure everything's okay. I gotta check all the doors. You know what I mean? Then I have to talk to security, make sure they're all set up for the night. And then I go to sleep. All right, then I check in with security in the morning, make sure everything's right, and we go from there. Is NQ available on BTC? Yes, I just told you. It's called Tech 100. Like I said, I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I really do. The NASDAQ is Tech 100 here. Look, 21, it's right here. It's called Tech 100. You can trade the NASDAQ right here on BTCC. Ready to go. All right, using the link provided. Jump on it today to trade the NASDAQ. Look at that. And look, it's in that same falling wedge Bitcoin's in. And we even provide NASDAQ ideas, tips, and tricks for you guys here in the trading group too. And now that I have that in front of me, I'll be looking at the NASDAQ now almost every single day. And if I see a good play on the NASDAQ, I'll be taking it. And trading traditional markets, why not? They trade the same. So there's no reason not to take advantage of the market, right? Yeah, nothing has really changed. We're just watching this sideways flag here for Bitcoin. Previous resistance is support at $109,200. Best to sleep slightly earlier and wake up a little earlier. But only the God, yeah. We really should be sleeping at like 9, 10 a.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. when the sun comes up. You should be sleeping with the sun. Waking up at 4 a.m. is a little early there than the sun. Is that whole billionaire, they all wake up at 4 a.m.? I don't know, man. I think it's a little crazy. But that's just me, and some people think it's awesome. Why do you live in a country where you have to have security and be worried that much? You have the money, you can go anywhere in the world. Are you kidding me? I'd have security anywhere in the world. Even Dubai, everyone says Dubai is perfect. You could still get snatched up in Dubai, man. You get snatched up anywhere if someone wants to snatch you up, bro. If I wanted to snatch you up, I'll snatch you up. I'm not snatching anybody up. I'm just saying, if I really wanted to snatch you up, I'd come snatch you up. I don't care where you're living. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is free, though. It doesn't matter what price a coin is. Amen. Yeah, I've never used alarms either. I've never used an alarm clock. I've used it, but it's, it's like 3 days out of the year I'll set an alarm. I'm up at 4 a.m. PST time. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, you guys, actually, PST, you guys almost have to wake up at 4 a.m. Because if you don't wake up at 4 a.m., you guys are going to miss the market. I feel really bad for people on the West Coast. Because, like, the market closes at 1 p.m. for you? Like, 1 in the afternoon, we're done with the day, 4 p.m. It's like our kids come home from school, we finish the market. It's like, it's a real day. It's like a real trading day. But for you guys, like, the market opens at 7 and closes at 1. It's like they don't care about the West Coast at all. When me and Sam come for you, the first thing you will realize is when you wake up in Gaines, you know, right? Sammy, the body's... yeah, life is a low-key gangster. It's a Northeastern Irish American blood. Yeah, you can't take it out. You can't beat it out of us, man. 5:30 a.m. is G. Yes, I like that you wake up at 5:30 a.m. like a G, though. I like that. That's 8:30 for you. That's pretty good. And then you get ready for the 9 a.m. Open in New York Open. Yeah. Master Friends on that 7:30 a.m. tip. That's what so me and you wake up at the same time, 7:30. It's a good trader wake up because we're up all night trading sometimes. Remember that to 12 o'clock, man, ever since I started getting in Tuesday nights at 12 p.m., Monday nights, right? Gains in my sleep. You know how many nights I woke up with gains in my sleep in my life because of Monday, Tuesday night? Best nights to trade in the game are Monday, Tuesday nights, baby. I want to long this, but I know if this was a Tuesday morning with big liquidity, I'd be all in there. Like swimwear. Go to sleep with the birds. Wake up with them. That's the good AMN. I like it. 100%. The birds, man. He's right, though. He's 100% spot on. If you can get back to nature, then you can get back to brass tacks. Right? Love the stream today. Everyone got jokes. Hey, it's a good stream. It's a good place. Hey, Sam, I had a question about the Saturday of the month event. I pay for it now. Do I have access to the information prior to the event? Yes, we give you a pre-recorded copy of the class if you'd like it. Yeah. First alarm goes off at 4 a.m. Eastern. I'm checking the charts. Wow, you guys are awesome. So we got awesome lifers. We got people up all... See, that's why I love my trading group, too. We got people that are waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning. So Rave Song Records, I'm up at 5 a.m. every day, all the time. Love it. You're on point, dude. So not only do you can email, if you book, we can send you a recording. Exactly. Suit looking fire. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is a custom-made suit. My wife had me made two birthdays ago. I love this suit, man. I wear it all the time. It's like my favorite blue belt. It just pops. You know what I mean? I almost feel like I can't wear it to Vegas because everyone knows this suit already. I'm like, yeah, no alarm ever needed. Body clock wakes me up 100%. The worm that sleeps in survives the bird. Isn't that funny? I love that line. That's funny, bro. The early bird gets the worm, but the worm that doesn't wake up early doesn't get snatched by the bird. He gets to crawl out after everyone got eaten. The bird's full already. He gets to make it over, wherever he's got to go. Amazing. So not an amazing day. Everyone's kind of privy on ETH, but ETH got a little overbought on the 4-hour time frame. Bit of a shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That looks a bit sketchy. What if Bitcoin goes on a massive tear and Ethereum just takes a little drop and has to double bottom here and come back down to 2383? I'd like to see it hold the trend line, but it looks a little sketchy to me right now, doesn't it? Doesn't look amazing. And my hottest baby in the game right now, TAI, I got 40 racks in this coin waiting for it to bounce so I can make 40 grand. Come on now. Taking forever. Trades take longer than people think. They all think it's going to take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, sometimes 5 days. When it doesn't happen when they want, they leave the trade. Then it pumps the next day. You got to have patience and conviction if you're going to be in this game. You got to have patience and conviction if you're going to be in this game. You cannot just decide it's going to happen on this day, and if it doesn't, I'm going to throw a hissy fit. It's just not how it's going to work. You got to take full responsibility for your life every single moment of your day. Every single time, baby. So yeah, pretty flat price action on Memorial Day weekend, the end of May. Hey, it wasn't selling May. We had a beautiful May. Right, May started, right, too. It was 2 sketchy days. Remember the first 2 days were nasty and red, and everyone was like, the first 3 days were red or something. May looked horrible. And everyone was like, man, selling May and go away. Some people probably did it too because they capitulated a lot of people. That pumped down to 74,000. That dumped down to 74, and the altcoin just absolutely got demolished. It destroyed tons of people. So we talked about getting into virtuals at 196, and it pumped to 227. I mean, that's a nice trade. Like 196 to 227 is a nice trade. I don't even take credit for that because it's like I'm going for the bigger, but that's a 16% gain. These other smaller trading groups would like grovel over that. They'd be like, look, we made 16%. Oh, Like a stock trading group would tell you that was like their best gain of the week. That was just us getting started. Well, take a look here. Look at the week. Look at the daily here. This thing looks like it's about to... It looks like it broke out on the daily, number one. It looks like it broke out on the daily. Some wickage here, but if any... This has a use case. It's got a great team. It's not stopping. It's got more coming out. It's the future of this next cycle and rally. It already kind of solidified itself. We found it here at 18 cents. This thing ripped all the way up to $4. I started putting it out down here. Virtuals, man. We knew when things are just coming out. And today we give you the token metrics information too inside the trading group. You get so much awesome sauce to the trading group, man. The resources just never end. Even if you didn't take my calls, my tips, you would just, there's resources worth $100 a month in there. Then the weekly screen share where I share my whole portfolio, talk about everything that we went over on the week, kind of get ourselves ready. Look, front run the golden cross on virtual. That thing looks like it's about to rip to the upside. I hold a big old bag. 100K in virtual all the way to 378, baby. Look at that. There's a golden cross coming. If anything's going to break out in the next few weeks with a stop loss below the 200 MA on the daily, I don't know what to tell you. This and TAAI look just really good. And there's a lot of other coins too. 2.65 risk to reward ratio. You can't get the 3-to-1, but I'll take a 2.5. And so you heard it here first. Virtual, that's a call right there on the channel. Buying math token all day. I think that token is garbage. Yeah, I wouldn't touch math with a 10-foot pole, bro. But I hope it goes for you. I hope it goes well for you. I don't want to hate on anyone's investment. I hope it goes well for you. I'm all set, though. I'm all set. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just all set. I'll take a look at the chart, though. Maybe the chart looks good. I've done that before, and then the chart looks beautiful. I just researched the coin. I knew who was pushing it. There's some of these whack. Man, I'm not going to talk about the people, but there's just some garbage people in the space, man. They make a video every day, and I can't take them. I can't take them. You probably know who I'm talking about. He was pushing this coin all the time. I'm done saying it. That guy's the worst. Jupiter looking explosive like virtual. So crazy. Let's take a look at Jupe, because when Jupe gets back to $1, that's when the whole market is ready to rock again. Jupe is like, is Jupe at 60 cents? I'd be hyped. Oh my God, it's at 60 cents. It hasn't been there forever. Jupe was 71 cents until the 5th of March. And then we just had the complete collapse here. And in the last couple days, Jupe has been ripping. Again, it's got DeFi. It's got good voting. I think I got a vote for Jupe too. I think there's a vote I got to do for Jupe. There's definitely a vote I got to do for Jupe. Look, 167,000 in Sol. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing around. Look at this. This thing is making a beautiful flag on the daily time frame. It looks a lot like virtual. Someone said this. Someone said that. They said Jupe looks like virtual. You were spot on, my friend. Whoever said that, you're on. I like you. I like people that pay attention and help me pay more attention. Those are the people that really get me going. I have a lot of those in the group, man. A lot of hot people in the group that have keen minds and pay attention to what's cracking. I haven't put a Jupe call out in a long, long time. Jupe. It's got a beautiful use case. When it starts to move, it finally moves. I could see it head up to about 95 to $1. I'd love to see it back on $1. That's when you know the market's ripping. AI coin. Hey, Lifer, where is the Neo Mine? I thought he was going to super chat it. I don't know. Hey, Sam, didn't post your last weekly screen share. Since I live in Norway, it's always 4 a.m. for me, so I'd love to. You know what happened is I recorded it, and then when I made the AI document, something happened. And, my computer I think I actually had a power outage. I might have had I know it's crazy. 2 times in the last 2 months, I forgot to record. I've messed up the recording. I apologize. We're going to do it on YouTube now, and that way we won't have to stress it anymore. We'll just do a private YouTube Zoom. Can you look at Solana, my biggest bag? Yep. It's about to pump hard. Yeah. Crypto lifer, wired and deep, riding the dips, no time for sleep. Charts at the dawn, coins on fire, fueled by risk and pure desire. Amen. How is Peter Schiff speaking? I know, right? Anything to get some controversy going. He'll probably get booed. The second he gets on stage, he's going to get booed. It's going to be crazy. Let's take a look at the fan funding. Make sure I don't miss anything here for all you awesome souls on the live. Could you take a look at XPR Network, says Clint. Let's take a look at XPR from Clint. And, you know, Sol looks beautiful. I just want to kind of segue into Sol here for a second. It's just in this flag, I see it about to make a big move. You do you, I'll do me. I see Solana about to take off. So I see Solana about to take off. Jupiter about to take off. Okay? And Virtual about to take off. They're all strong coins with great narratives, good volume, and heavy pumps. So you do what makes you happy, but I like to take the most highly likely plays. Let's take a look at XPR Network. Gets confused with XRP sometimes. XPR, last time I put it out was in this beautiful flag. It looked awesome. That means these flags don't always break out. You can see we had an alert there, and then it slumped. It didn't get the pump like I wanted it to, and then it just went sideways for a long time. What a boring coin, right? Possibly it's about to break out. Not my favorite setup. You got resistance. You kind of wait for that to break out and then a retest. Like you break out and retest 0043 and then get a move further to the upside here. Let's take a look at what's happening. I'm like, how do I forget what I'm doing? Oh, yeah, my price note. I mean, it looks okay. I could think it, as long as it stays above the daily 200 MA, it is bullish. And I can see it pump. There's better setups out there, though. It's a little sketchy, but it is a higher low in the set. It doesn't have a, I don't know, it's pretty sketchy. But I've traded this in the past, and I could see it go to 008 from 03. That's basically 100% gains out of XPR. Brave for £5 says, thanks to you, Sam, for what you have brought to my life in the last 7 months, bro. Much love. Life for 99. Hey, thank you so much, man. Feeling grateful. God bless you, Sam. Shout out to DJ Armin Van Buren. DJ Armin V, we love you, man. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you, brother. Happy Memorial Day from the other side of the world, to be precise, Turkey. Would you be so kind to check the midterm opinion on Tau? Let's take a look at Tau from Sarp to more. Sarp, we love you, man. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at Tau. So wow. Last time I looked at Tau was right here at 373. We even gave you the bottom call at 185, 220. It's up beautifully since we gave you that call, this beautiful double bottom. And again, it takes its time. If you've been in that call, it takes its time. I see Tau making a big move too. This is my model. Getting above the 200 with the 21 touching. I've seen this make massive gains many, many times in my life. So there's no reason why I don't believe this will happen again. If I trade this most of the time, this setup, I'm going to make more money than I don't. Rob, man, if you want to make some gains, bro, if you're still listening to me, yo, Tau looks absolutely beautiful, man. I like what I'm seeing for Tau. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. But if any setup had that volume, that weight, the setups I just gave to the trading group, they're all on the daily. They all look really good. They're all chubby and ready to rock. And most people here on the stream are in the trading group too. This is kind of like a private screen share in a way because less people show up on these days. Wow, and I love when the price action's touching the 21 above the 200 with a golden cross coming, low stochastics, inside of a flag, high volume node. My goodness. That looks beautiful. 3 to 6 risk to reward ratio. I mean, that thing looks like it could boom to the upside. I like this trade. I like this trade here. Let me take a look. And they're adding new coins every single day on weeks. They're doing a really good job. I just got to say, shout out to Andy, the VP. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to the whole team. They're working super hard, man. They're not lazy. They care about the exchange. They're doing the thing. I really love it. Let's see if they got Tau Bit Tensor here. I believe they should. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tau Cat. I've never heard of that one. Let's go to the daily time frame. And I mean, this is my model. I trade this on the 1 minute all the time, and it plays out. So there's no reason why I shouldn't take this for a ride here. My thing is, do I go for the longer target or the shorter target is the question. That's kind of what I got to decide. Wow, that looks money. The whole market's going to move. I might as well take advantage of it and find the strongest coins. And I'm not trying to, I have a bag of this long term. I'm not really trying to add to my DCA. I'm trying to make some gains. At the end of the day, it's all about the gains. So I would like to get to, wow, that's 1,200 as the target, right? That's going to take some time, obviously. Stop loss below. Wow, it's a 12-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Yeah, so I don't even need to go that high. Like, I could get out at, I just need to be at 3. We get out at 630 and still be good. You know, I'll raise it if I'm still in and I'm in there. 633 is the target. 0.3, too. 3333. Crazy. And then the stop loss is going to be right there at about what? It should be on the red if I go up. 368. It puts it here for you. See, 368, the green, it shows it all for you. So bang, this would be the trade here. And like what, 1,000 for 3,000, 500 for 2, you know. It's not a 3-to-1 now because interesting. You'd have to go a little higher. I got to go to 650. That's 500 for 1,400. It ain't bad. That's why I don't trade alts, though. You got to be in it for so long, or I have to risk so much. To me, it's just, I see a big move coming. Might as well take a little bit of action. I see it. You can tell. Like, I'm not into the risk. I go to make the trade. I'm just like, I'd rather put 100K in Bitcoin and win the whole rally. You know, it's weird. I'm very risk adverse. I realize, like, I see everyone else just piling in, and I'm like, I didn't make my gains that way. I made my gains slowly DCAing, like I'm such a choir boy when it comes to this trading stuff, man. I'm very, very conservative. And I see it in myself because I see everyone else just aping into all these answers. They don't care, man. It's not how I do things. I make money and I keep my money. I don't know what these other people are doing. I don't know if they have any money. There's a couple big traders out there that I see make gains, but like, you know, Crypto made some mass gains. You know, Crypto Phase makes some big gains. I like Tau so much. I open up a leverage trade, and you never see me leverage trade altcoins. It's very rare. I like TAI so bad, man. This thing is just getting tighter and tighter. The range, it's going to pick a big move soon. Scared money don't make no money. That's the only problem here. And Bitcoin's basically going to be flat all day. We pretty much decided that, and here we are at the exact place we started at, 109,650, but we still make it entertaining and fun. Even when Bitcoin's slow, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to go over. So one of the top most searched coins in the last 7 days, people are looking at ChainGPT a lot. It's got a launch pad. I've owned some of this coin. I actually have it staked on the website right now. I think I have to start looking at what I got, where it is. Insane again. You do all this stuff in the bull, then it kind of calms down, you forget. Cookie DAO up 76%. I like to see it make that move. I own some Cookie. I own Say. I didn't own any Seed as it took that hit. Solana 176, beautiful, up 7% in 7 days. And Hyperliquid really taking the cake, up 44% in the last week. But watch ChainGPT. We got into this very early when it first came out. A long time ago. It's the most searched and the most visited. So people are going to check it out. And this Distribute AI, DIS. I got to figure out what this thing is. It's only on Bitmart, Polonian X. It's very small for Solana. DIS on Sol. Let's take a look at this thing. And then Alchemist AI in the cup and handle I posted to the group earlier. Because it was one of the stronger coins when Bitcoin was dumping hard. This one came up strong. DIS, the world's distributed AI supercomputer. Interesting. Go to the website, see what they're talking about. Distribute.ai. Oasis AI is now Distribute AI with a brand new look and mission. Interesting. The world's distributed AI supercomputer, built and deploy AI applications without limits, scale effortlessly without reducing costs, and maximize uptime. An all-in-one application layer connecting users to compute through a globally distributed network. Supercharged development, Distribute Enterprise API. Interesting. It all sounds good across multiple models. Distribute.ai, DIS. I'll tell you what, the chart looks horrible. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump here. It could get the love. You never know, man. Today could be the massive move up to 111.8. And that's why I got that trade open just in case. So I got you covered. I got myself covered. Right? And let's keep it moving. Shout out to the $98 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievably nice. Thank you. Thank you. Go to the gym, bro. God bless you, man. And I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Finally in the 99. Feeling great. God bless you. Thank you so much. Buying, man. Hey, Sam, didn't post your... Yep, sorry about that. ATH coin. I'm back. Can you look at Solana, my biggest bag? You know my coin. ADA, please. Ninders. OFC listening. I love you, brother. Thank you. Let's take a look at ATH, Ether. Bitcoin getting the little bounce. See, I mean, again, whenever the stochastics are low and the 21 is close and we're in a flag, 90% of the time we get a pump. It's my strategy. I based it off this idea here. I backtested it and found it was the best place to get into trades with the highest probability win rate. And I use it over and over again. I'd love to get the Bitcoin to pump. It would get this. I want to make that 40K right now in time. Maybe 40K in this week, and I'll be ready to rock, you know? That's all I need. Daddy just needs a new pair of shoes. Just 40 grand. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want to pay for, you know, I just redid my house. It cost me 40 grand. I had to redo I just bought a home, and then I had to put 40 grand into it. I'd like to pay for that in that trade right here. So I want this trade to pay for the home. I redid the floors, 40,000 I had to spend. You know, when I spend money, my trade's got to pay for it. All right? That's it. I'm really, really, really disciplined about that too. When I go on a trip, I like to pay for the trip when I'm on there. We made $8 grand in Dubai, paid for basically most of the trip. Unbelievable, right? I mean, if Andy didn't hook me up, I mean, Andy was the best, man. Andy, if you're out there, if this ever gets to you, we can clip this out. I love you, man. You're one of the coolest people I ever met, really, in a long time. You remind me of my old buddies that I hung out with in Queens and Boston and just, man, and you know, since I've become behind the screen a lot and a little bit of an isolated guy, like I meet more people around the world, but I don't have the same life I used to. It was just so fun to be back in Dubai with the boys, hanging out with you guys, just having fun, man. I had a blast. I'm in the zone so much when I get let out to hang. It's like I'm like let out the cage. I'm like, Sam in the wild? Like, I actually get to go out and talk to people? You know what? There looks good. It looks like they got the stop hunt, got back inside the channel, and then this thing could rip. It really could. Now, Bitcoin rips too, you know what I'm saying? And it's above that 200 MA, not one. Coming back down. Looks like a good place to possibly I like this coin. I think it could do numbers back to 7.9. That's a 55% gains for Ether. A little sketchy compared to what I showed you because it's not as, you know, it's not as hot as a coin, but yeah. I'm back, and you look at Solana. Shout out to Iris Ensing. And I believe we looked at Sol. I don't know why I can't remember, but I believe we did look at Sol. I like Sol right here. It's in this beautiful flag about to do damage. Sol looks like the other coins that we went over. Tau, Sol, Jupe, right? I see a lot of awesome sauce here on Memorial Day weekend. You know my coin. You know my steez. Let's take a look at Cardano from Ninders. Ninders, we love you, brother. You got this extra energy, T. I don't know what it is. Something about you, man. Thank you so much for being here, bro. Or you may be a girl. I don't know, right? The way you said that, you know my coin, sounds like a dude. He's like, yo, you know me, bro. Come on. I'm Nindas over here. Don't get nindy with me. Nindy would be a cool word. I know Mindy's and Cindy's, but I don't know any And but I don't know any nindies. I'm just being stupid. All right, so look, we got this rising wedge. We can kind of flatten it out here, so you could say, hey, we could be breaking out of this. But then is Cardano above the daily 200 doing that same thing? It's about to. And there's been some weird stuff going on with Charles. Someone fudded him. He's always sensitively taken it out. Charles, why don't you just ignore these people, man? I love Charles Hoskinson. I love Cardano. I've been in Cardano since 2016. All right, or 17. I don't know about 16. It feels like 2016. My finger slipped there. Let me get back into Cardano. I see this flag too. Same setup. Tight moving averages. Getting ready for the move. Right? Bit of a rounded bottom. Pay the bill type of thing. And then this is like a bull flag, technically, I feel, that broke out. Right there. Fell back inside. And has a bigger measured move once it decides to rip. Cardano to 183. You heard it here first. I believe that's your last higher low before it starts to rip. I'm a long-term holder of Cardano. I love Cardano. I've had it since 2 cents. I'm up a 35x right now, and I'll continue to hold it until I unload my Cardano. All right. Hey, Sam, could you take a look at MYRO, please? Says Charlie Edwards. Charlie, thank you so much for the £2. You didn't have to give, but you did. That's going to come back to you tenfold. Watch, $20 bill. You're going to find it. I found a $20 bill just the other day in the store. It's so crazy. It's a true story. I don't know how it happened, but it just, me of all people to find money in the store. But it's true, man. I know no one believes me. Wow, we're getting the pump here to the upside. I should be going all in. We're up 5%. I told you I'm the king of 3%. Up 5.36% now. We doubled that. I may get the big win today. We may get this pump, everybody. Things just may work out in our favor here, even though it's low volume. Let's take a look at MYRO now. Cardano, I truly believe that's your last chance to buy Cardano. These higher lows were it. You could get in at 54. You could get in at 66 and 70. That's it. It's gone. And I could be wrong and eat my own words, but I'm pretty good at this. But you never know. All right? I've only been doing this for 20 years. What do I know? Probably nothing. So look, everything is getting ready to do what everything's going to do. Some are in a better flag than most. Like others are in a flag above the 200. This is going to have to follow the rest of the market, you see? But look at the 4 hour. Man, MYRO's a little more rolling over type. I don't know why. Maybe memes. Looks all right. I needed to bounce here now off the bottom of the trend line and get tight, and it's got to hold this key level at 2.5 cents there. I still hold some MYRO. We'll see where it goes. It's a bit of a cup and handle. Previous support is resistance, and almost all things are going to rip as Sol rips. Like all, MYRO's a Sol meme. It would rip with Solana. Johnny Lauderdale in the house. Johnny, how you been? Hey, Sammy, cup and handy. Thoughts on Jose? Let's take a look at JOS USDT, which we recently called that pump, and then it came back down. Let's take a look here for JOS. Julia OS, right? Wanted to see it get tight. We set that alert to see if we get tight and hit it. It did not hit the alert where it was supposed to, right? So you don't trade it. It's supposed to hit the alert inside the pattern. If it hits the alert down here, then you're like, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. Now, this coin's also high risk. I don't know much about it, and it's new too. So, it could crash, right? That's the one thing about tiny coins. Like, it's not like Solana. I'd look for this, and I'd look for, I just keep setting up consolidation until I'm right. I'm going to be wrong, but one day it's going to consolidate right into the sweet spot. That's why I do this for 50, 60 coins a day, and then I'll find the coin in the next 2 weeks that has the nice probability, and then hone in on that probability and nail it. That's the key. That's the way. Looks pretty interesting. How about Swee, please? Appreciate you. Shout out to David Devore. That's a cool name, David Devore. David Devore. I don't know. Do you say the Devore or do you say David Devore? Either way, it sounds cool as heck, man. David DeVore. Your parents hooked you up, bro. How about Swee, please? Appreciate you. Shout out to David DeVore, man. I love you, man. Can't wait to see you someday in the world. Got a cool name, man. Yeah, I'm looking for Josh to go sideways in this way. So what I do is I put an alert here. I hit control. I'll drag it over. I hit control. I drag it over. I go 1. Create. I go 2. Create. I go 3. I've thought all the ways to hit alerts, and one day it just hit me. Price goes right. It's going to have to pass it. When it passes, it'll tell me what's up, and then I'll be able to take advantage of the move or not. All right. Is Bitcoin still pumping? Are we doing damage here? Yeah, dude, 109,859. Looks like we're breaking out again. We broke out earlier today. They faked it. But now it looks like we're going to get the pump. Is BOOKMAP suggesting any stop hunts coming our way? I'm going to take a look at BOOKMAP here for your viewing pleasure and see what's happening here to BOOKMAP. Thank you for giving me the ability to provide all the value that I do every day, everyone. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me that you actually give a dang about me and want to show up to this channel. Look, I mean, we got liquidity all the way up to 110,000 there. I mean, not far, obviously, right? That's $100 away. And then we got this bar up there. And we got some money here. I say it looks like we could get, look at, hey, we just hit 110. $110,000 Bitcoin, everybody. Off the bounce from the lows at 106 not too long ago. And now we're up big, 15%. The trade is ripping. We may make a nice big fat chunk of change here today. Pay for everything. Pay for everybody's lunch today. I'm going to take everyone out to lunch. It's going to pay for it all. In one trade, baby. Let's go. You come out to me. I'm taking you out to lunch. You're hanging out on the boat. We're going to have a good time. I got the two best people in my life, man, Mindy and Mario. An older couple, I should, but they're slightly a little older than me. But, they went through what I went through. I can ask them about, issues with my kid. What do you do with this? My kids are going to be teenagers. They went through the teenage years. They're going to be great resources for me as I get older. And they're just great friends, too, man. They look at this pump for Bitcoin, and now we're up huge. I don't know how I do it, but I do it almost every single time, baby. I'll move that stop loss up a little bit and take off some risk here now. There we go. Wow, that's a monster pump, everybody. 110,003. We're getting a beautiful move. I'm up $300 already out of nowhere. On a low volume day, on a scalp, probably should just take my 300. I'll move the stop loss. I don't know. I feel like I should just be taking my 250 today. This is crazy. I didn't expect us to pump that fast, that far away from the 21-day moving average. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy what's happening there. I'm about to just take my 250. Whenever you get a pump like that on, it's like basically a weekend. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. I just scalped that. I'm out. I think it hit 230, went up and down. What a beautiful move there for Bitcoin. And I just took it. I was up 300 at one point. And it's likely going to continue to pump. The 1 hour looks pretty good to me, but I just take pumps. If every day you sold a green pump and didn't care, you'd be in a good spot. But look at that. I mean, it definitely just broke out. A little bit of bearish divvy right there, though. See how that swings down, that swings up? That could be the top of the day, and we might come back down again. I don't know. A little sketchy. I'm going to have to look for flags in the smaller time frames. 1 minute, 3 minutes, stuff like that. So, look, I sold that local top because we just got too far away from the 21-day moving average. I figured I should snipe it. It just felt unreal to me, and it was, right? I mean, it was crazy. That was a monster move out of nowhere. I'm happy I got to catch it with each and every one of you. Anyone make gains with me right now on the live? Anyone get into that trade with me and sell the local top? Now we look for the 1 minute to make a flag. If the 1 minute makes a flag, that 1 hour is going to continue to pump. You see? This is how we use smaller time frames to figure out what's going to happen on a bigger time frame and to readjust. Wow, this is amazing. Bitcoin, baby. And I just did another live trade on a Monday here. And it all compounds over time. 200 here, 100 here, 500 here. I don't care what it is. The bot grabs 50. This grabs that. It all adds up every single day. I keep trucking. I keep grabbing. I keep going. I don't stop. I take losses, but I don't sweat them. I don't think about them. I learn my lesson and I go on. You can't sit there all day and sweat every single loss that you've ever had. It just doesn't work, my friends. If all you do is think about what would have been and you don't focus on the future, then you're never going to get into the future. Think about it. When you plant a tree, right? You get into the shade immediately? No. It takes years for that tree to grow. You put it in the soil, you let it go, boom, 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 boom. Eventually, you get this beautiful tree, right? And then you get to put the park bench right there. Hold on, I can make a better bench than that. Put the little bench action, right? There's your bench, all right? Worst bench ever. But there, and then you get to sit underneath. You know, have you ever been in the shade on a really hot day? Here in Florida, being in the shade is 10 times cooler than being out on these hot days. My point is, you plant a tree, but that shade don't come for maybe 5 to 6 to 10 years. It's very similar to wealth creation, everybody. Right now, I get to sit in the shade a little bit now. Like there's a tree over me, and I'm in. But it took me 20 years to plant that tree and to grow that tree. Some of you are just getting into crypto for your first time. I've been in crypto for 10 years. So you're where I was 10 years ago. Get ready, baby. It's going to be a long road. It may take you 7 years to make your first mil. It took me a long time. Okay? So it's not going to happen overnight. Get that out of your head. The second you decide that that's okay, you're going to be okay. People got anxiety because they need money now. I need to get it now. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to happen slow and concise. If you want it to happen the right way, it's going to get built the right way. Think about a house that gets thrown together and doesn't get all the bolts assembled properly, just gets flipped and slopped. That thing's going to fall apart, man. But a house where someone takes its time, each craftsman really goes in on every joint, every time, really solidifies every single weld, then that house is going to stand the test of time. You don't want to build a fast house. You don't want to build wealth fast. You want to build wealth slowly and surely. I don't want to get rich quick. I want to get rich for sure. That's my one statement that I stand by. And you know what happened to me? Because I was waiting to get rich quick. When it didn't happen, I was so pissed every time. How come I don't have everything that I've always wanted yet? It's just not going to happen like that, Sam. It's going to happen in its own time. When God has it planned for you, that's when it's going to happen. Can we trade the NASDAQ? Is the NASDAQ bouncing with Bitcoin today? It looks like it just may on the 1 minute time frame. Interesting enough. Let's look at our 5. Let's look at our 1 hour. Is it 1 hour in a flag just like Bitcoin? It was, but they played games with the flag. See, they chopped it around. I see the inverted head and shoulder though. And technically you got almost something like this. This could be my first NASDAQ trade of my life ever. This is the first time I think I've ever traded. Maybe I traded it one other time. I've never traded the NASDAQ. Sammy is about to do something you've never seen here on the channel. Trade NASDAQ futures. Oh my God. Right here on BTCC. Unbelievable. Revealing this new partnership, new relationship. Unbelievable. This is cool. I love new stuff, man. Wow, I got to put in a lot of numbers. 21, 8, 1, 4, and 65, right? I need that cents almost, right? I mean, because cents could fling. 21, 8, 1, 4, 0.65. Yeah. Is the take profit. The stop's going to be at 21,101. Dude, I'm entering stop losses on the NASDAQ. This is the coolest thing I've ever done, man. This is like, and again, I'll probably only trade Bitcoin and in the NASDAQ stops. Why would I trade it? But and here we go, baby. Limit open on the NASDAQ. First time I ever opened a NASDAQ trade, 80 for 270. It's, I'm just jumping in. I'm just starting out, all right? Well, we'll go, So here it is, the first NASDAQ trade here on the channel. And the history of the channel, 6 years old, man. This is a big deal for me on BTCC. If you want to trade the NASDAQ where I trade it, you can trade it here on beautiful BTCC. Absolutely love this experience. This has been a trip for me. So wow, they bounced it right back to the upside. Bitcoin ripping. And now I'm going to wait. Really, I should wait for the 5 minute to create a flag. The 5 minute got way too far for the 21-day moving average. I could trade the one, but the one's a little more volatile, especially on low volume. You're going to get a little more solidified move on the 5 minute. But wow, look at this thing. It's gone. Bitcoin now right at my sell, 1,310, ripping. Oh, it's okay. I sell early all the time. I got to, what I have to tell myself is, dude, 90% of traders make no money. You made money, That's another thing. Every time you're like, I could have sold more, tell yourself, dude, you were one of the top people that made money today. Everyone else got bagged. They used their emotions. They went crazy. They didn't have a model. They didn't play the 221. They didn't understand how to use the moving averages. They don't know what I know. And because they don't have the value, the knowledge I have, they don't have that value, right? I'm giving you beautiful value here. The 21's going to catch. That's likely going to pump us further. And then we can get to 111,000 there. Oh, I got a trade open on weeks. On the Tau. Oh, yeah, the Tau trade is open on weeks now. That's already up $14. Not a lot. 18% on Tau. I already made 18%. Crazy, right? Very small amount of margin there. You can see. I'm not a big risky guy when it comes to, I don't throw money around for no reason. If I'm making money, I'm keeping it. I'm not, and if I'm going to risk it, I'm going to risk it as I go. Hey, I already have, over $1 million in altcoins. I'm all right. I'm in a good spot, right? I'm all right. People don't realize, he's not that risky. He barely leverage trade. I got more in spot than most of these leverage traders have in their leverage position. And they look like, and they're out there showing these huge positions, leverage trading, looking cooler than me. I'm taking bigger risks than they are, but I'm not doing it leverage, see? I'm doing it quietly, humbly. You don't even notice it. Because I can't show all my spot trades right now. I'm not doing that, right? I trade leverage as a tool. It's just a tool to gain more money when the market's really frothy. That's it. For me, that's it. And to short again, or to hedge if the market's not looking great. That's what I'm looking for. So you're looking for this flag still. Don't chase. You can see the treachery of today. I locked in my gains and I moved on. Very important. Last time I was in Vegas, I was in the building when you won the TA of the year. Belt flying out tomorrow. See you there. Oh, that's so cool. Shout out to the geek. Thank you, man. And I wasn't even there. You were there and I wasn't even there. So crazy. I'm about to bring the belt, man. I'm about to bring the belt in the suitcase. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. My nickname is Nindy. All love, lifer. Third year with you. Gains on gains. Shout out to Nindy. We love you. God bless you. Can you check PONKE? Enjoy your day, says Hildenyar. How about checking out Dex Check, DCA, good to risk to reward. Shout out to Crypto Plumber. Thank you. And Sui, please. So we did look at Jose, and David DeVore asked for Sui. Let's take a look at Sui. And then we had to trade Bitcoin live. All right. So things happen. We do. If you're in this channel, it's a very unique channel. We trade Bitcoin live, like I just did. Even on a low volume Memorial Day weekend, we found a pump. I mean, I can't believe it. We stayed true to our sauce, and we were able to make the gain. It compounds over time, everybody. 200 here, 300 here, 1,000, 5,000. It all adds up over time. I'm watching Sui in this small time frame. I'd like to see it break out on the little time frame there. Getting a bounce off of 351. Well, let's look at it on the daily. Sui was hot compared to the other coins, and it had bigger run-ups, so it had a bigger pullback. But that pullback just keeps coming back to this same saucy area of support and resistance here. You got support there, and you got support right about there. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. I mean, 5 daily candles. And now you're right there. And you got a golden cross coming. It tells me that this is probably, again, like Cardano, one of the last chances to grab Sui before it decides to make its bigger move. Sui's going to be untouchable at one point when it goes to $6.24. We got in to see it 7. You'd be at 5x on Sui. We got in at 70 cents on my channel. You'd be at 5x right now. Just saying. We knew what coins to be in. We knew when to get into them. We made it hot. SWE looks hot to me. It could make a right shoulder and dump in your face, right? I got to be open-minded here. Right? You can see that possibility. Breaks out, retests, it's gone. I like SWE. I have huge bags of it. And so I'm ready to go no matter what. How's that NASDAQ trade? We're up $1. Let's go. Am I the king of 3%? Let's see, man. Let's see. Market's moving. Trading the NASDAQ. Wait, isn't the NASDAQ closed today? How am I trading it? I can't trade the NASDAQ today. Isn't the NASDAQ closed? The futures are still open? I'm confused right now. I'm so confused. How's the NASDAQ open? Aren't the markets closed today? NASDAQ futures stay open no matter what? Yeah, futures are still running. I never thought about it. I see a big pump coming out of the NASDAQ on the daily. Look, the 21 just crossed and you're making a flag. That's my model. The NASDAQ's about to do damage to 23.49. I'm telling you right now, they're going to print money like you wouldn't believe. I called this inverted head and shoulder. I called the bottom and the reversal for the NASDAQ. Everyone thought I was crazy. I said they're going to bounce this thing and print the money. They bounced it and printed the money. I was never stressed when everyone else was freaking out over tariffs. I'm so centered in where we're going now in the whole world, man. I can feel the human race. I can feel where we're moving. Like, 90% of people get all crazy, and I'm like, that's probably not going to happen, you know? How about checking DEX check? Wow, I got to get out here. My wife asked me to get out early to help people. Let's take a look at DCK DEX check on MEXC here. You know, it's forming that flag that everything wants to form. That thing's about to rip. I see your risk-reward ratio on that. Yeah, just why not, right? Like the odds of you can't lose much and you can only gain more. I'm with you on that idea at 1 penny. I could see it ripping back to 2 cents, and then it's going to come to that daily 200 MA. Once it gets up at the daily, it's gone. It's very oversold. It's worth watching. And add that to the radar, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Oh yeah, so the New York the futures will close at 1 p.m. So that trade will be done in a second. You know what I mean? Well, for a great day to make your first futures trade, Sam. On the NASDAQ, the day it closes early. I'll lock in my 250 and get my pack of gum. Thank you very much. Hey, stop laughing at me. DEX check looks interesting. It looks all right. Last time I was in Vegas, he said I was in the building when you won the TA of the Year belt. Flying out tomorrow to see you there, man. Thank you so much, bro. So cool. I'm flying out tomorrow, too. My nickname is Nindy. Please check PONKE. Dang, you guys are running these super chats up. Sam, the Crypto Lifer. More like the Sam, the Life Changer. Bella Finance, please. Thank you, Cryptic Rick. Milligan's Travels. Let's go, Sam. We're going to send it this week. Let's go. Universe is going to give us an abundance. We give, and it comes back around 100%. Good morning. How's our baby Jasmy doing? Somebody asked. Sam is the man. If you're struggling in trading, join the 99. Prices value in the beginning. Prices value in there. Bang. Thank you for saying that, Jebatron. Dear Mr. Dr. Price, what is the best view to view volume to determine a high volume versus low volume day? I mean, volume comes in on the day, you know, you just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday have the most volume. Hey, Sam, take that championship belt and put it on the line. Who can out-trade you? Crypto. Nobody wants that smoke. TA Thunderdome. 1 week. Real calls. Real results. Let's go, champ. 99 strong. Cryptic Rick. That'd be pretty cool, the TA Thunderdome. Everybody trades differently. Some people have strong points. Like a lot of people who can't trade the small time frames like me. Well, they, but they make more money on bigger time frames. It just depends, man. I never claimed to be a big shot. I'm just a guy. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know if I can finish all the super chats today, everyone. My wife's on me right now. And I got the evil eye just now. It's like, she doesn't... I run this home, man, and I do it all. You think she wouldn't, like, you know, well, it is what it is. All I got to say is women are funny sometimes. But that is one thing. Just because you're the man of the house and you make all the money, it doesn't give you the right to say, just because I make all the money, like everything I say, you know, I'll have to say that, you know. Because I can get real pompous. I can be like, I'm the lifer. Like, who you talking to? Like, and my wife, if she tries to run her mouth, I'll be like, yo, who you? But, you know, I got to be humble with my status in my relationship. Because, it's, you know, I can't use my status on my, you know what I mean? I've done it a few times. Don't get me, I'm not going to say I haven't. But I'm bringing it up so I'm a better man. You know what I mean? So I don't do that. I'm checking myself before I use you guys to, I tell myself all the time here on this channel, and it helps me become a better person. Because I say, hey, what are the things that I could be weak at that I need to work on? Let me tell my people so they can hold me accountable. That's a good way to stay accountable to things that you want to stay true to. Right? Tell a good group of friends, I love y'all. Y'all my peoples. I'm okay with admitting my faults and my ups and downs. I know y'all, you know, judge me, but not too bad. I like PONKE. It's getting tight, right? In between the 21 and the daily. Whenever I see the 21 and the 200 get tight, that's like Bollinger Bands. I've learned that now. PONKE could do damage. I hold a big bag of this, so I'd like to see it come on back and do big, big moves. PONKE. I like PONKE. I really do. What did Bitcoin do? Did it end up holding the gains? Nah, just kind of meandering along here. What I expected it to do. I didn't expect that big move that we got out of nowhere. I did a pretty good job managing that sell. Live. I'm pretty proud of myself there. Head and Shoulder asks, now we just got to make a flag above the 200 MA and then we can continue to pump. Looks like it can do it. And shout out to everybody here. Everyone, I got to jump on out of here. Someone asked for Bella and JASMY. So right now I'm putting you, I'm about to get ripped a new one by my wife. You know what? I'm the man of my house, man. I do whatever I want. If I got to do a super chat, I do a super chat. I'm never going to be that guy. I'm just not. I don't care. I love my wife, but I got to do what I got to do for you guys. You know what I mean? Bella Finance, it didn't, oh, that's Bell. Is it just Bell? If I have a hard time finding it, I got to move on right now. I apologize. Let's take a look at JASMY here. And I always do JASMY almost every time. Now I'm like nervous because I'm typoing. What the? All right, JASMY. I wanted that flag. I wanted to see if it could make a flag. It did not. Completely collapsed like when Bitcoin just did that dumpage. Still kind of holding this trend. I'm in JASMY long term. It's one of my long term holds. I'd like to see it bounce, please. Ever so nicely. Resistance. A move there. Move there. I wouldn't be surprised if everything's on these higher lows that it pumps like Cardano. Like if Cardano's going to pump, how come JASMY ain't? Right? They all kind of move. I could see it getting a pump here, but it's a little sketchy. Double bottom looks all right. I don't love the pattern, but, you know, I'm with the fact that everything's going to rip. So, good morning, Sam. Have a great day with your family, brother. Much love. Shout out to Rudy. Thank you so much for the 007. I can't wait to see you in Vegas, Rudy. Dr. Price. Wow, no one ever called me Dr. Price. That's interesting. Sounds cool. I'll take it. I'm a doctor in TA. And with that being said, everyone, I got to jump on out of here for the day. I will keep you guys updated. Watch this flag. This flag could do damage. And its measured move takes us to $111,000 for Bitcoin. As long as the 1 hour, actually, that's my model right there. So I'm going to make another trade. Why not? I'm going to leave you guys with a live trade. We'll risk, this time I'll risk what I made. I'll risk 200 for 6. And then I'll either break even on the day or, you know. Stop loss below the 200 MA on that 1 minute. That's my model right there. I trade this all the time. I wait for the flag to touch the 21 above the 200, and I go for it. 111371. Stop's going to be at 109,561. And there we go. Up the ante a little bit. I think we go to 5,483. There we go. 300 for 856. I'll take it. And I open up the trade here on BitTNX. High risk with low volume on a Memorial Day weekend. Just be careful. All right, it may not be your day, but we could get the... See, I never know when Big One's going to get the pump, so I'm always taking a shot. Family first, Sam. Happy wife, happy life. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump out of here for the day. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow for another beautiful, awesome live stream as we really start the real week with TradFi back up and running. Remember, the NASDAQ will close at 1 p.m. today, so those trades will be kind of out in a few hours. We are up 0.63% right now. Hey, you get those pips, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. If you want to sign up to anything that we got a pinned comment in the comment section. We also have links below the videos. Everyone, I love you. Enjoy your day. Have a great, great time. May God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you all on the next live stream. Thank you so much. Be safe.